Alright, we do have some breaking news coming in currently. A studio built by Congress leader and former Minister Aslam Shaikh has been demolished. Teams from BMC and other civic agencies have started to demolish the illegal studios of Madh Island. Movies such as Ram Setu and Adi Purush, among others, have been shot in these studios. So these are the studios in Madh Island. They are built by Congress leader, former Minister Aslam Shaikh. And now, bulldozer action against these studios. Those visuals there on your screen. Teams from BMC and other civic agencies have started the demolition of these illegal studios. Now, Ram Setu is a movie that's already released. Adi Purush is in post-production, but the studios in Madh are definitely very significant because they provide a huge shooting sanctuary away from the hustle and bustle of the city. And these particular studios in Madh Island, they've been built by Congress leader and former Minister Aslam Shaikh. And as you can see on your screens there is currently bulldozer action that has been deployed against these structures. We do have some reactions coming in from the BJP. Let's go across.
100 करोड़ की आमदनी स्वयं असलम शेख जो कांग्रेस के मंत्री स्वयं आदित्य ठाकरे ने इस जगह की भाटी गांव की विजिट की थी और उनकी कृपा से ये स्टूडियो बने थे। 24 घंटा 24 महीने इस घोटाले के सामने संघर्ष किया। हमें अभी न्याय मिला है। अभी नेशनल ग्रीन ट्रिब्यूनल ने ये स्टूडियो को डिमोलिश करने का निर्देश दिया है। एक के बाद एक ये सब स्टूडियो डिमोलिश किए जाएंगे और इसके पीछे जो अधिकारी जो मंत्री इन्वॉल्व था उसके खिलाफ भी फौजदारी कार्रवाई होगी। हिंदुस्तान में ये पहला प्रसंग है कि 24 घंटे में।
Now, the order was passed in August of last year, and now the demolition is underway. That's a order to demolish the studio, which has been deemed illegal. Apparently, the studio is worth 1,000 crores, and it is owned by the Congress leader. Now, it was the Maharashtra Environment Ministry which had taken a tough stand on this illegal studio. Going across to my colleague Yesha, who joins us live with the details. Yesha, that order was passed last year and now the demolition currently underway.
Yes, in fact, this entire process is underway by BMC and and the Ministry of Environment, because we'd seen that, in fact, last year there was a cognizance which was taken even by Enforcement Directorate in this case. This particular studio that we talk about is a studio at Madh Island. Madh Island is in fact a place where a lot of shoots take place. There are permissions granted for studios for shooting at that particular location. What's been alleged that this particular studio has been there for really long. In fact, the Enforcement Directorate was looking at a more than 100 crore rupees scam in this. There was a cognizance which was taken by Enforcement Directorate, and they were also in touch with Ministry of Environment to understand this entire case. There was a notice also which was issued to Aslam Shaikh, but now the Environment Ministry has taken cognizance because this studio has been around for more than 6 months. It's not more than 6 months is where you can allow such studios to be there closer to the coast. Now, because Madh Island is where the coast of Mumbai also is, which is where this particular studio, which has been there for longer. In fact, there were movies such as Ram Setu as well as Adi Purush which was shot in this studio, but now there's been action which is taken and the studio is being brought down. Yes.
Yesha, so you're telling us that Enforcement Directorate can also take action against Aslam Shaikh. This was, brought about by the Environment Ministry. Then the government also ordered for the demolition of the studio. But now you're saying the ED might also step in and take cognizance.
No, in fact, ED had taken cognizance of this case last year itself. It's been around 8 to 9 months that ED had taken cognizance of this. What ED is in fact looking at is the money laundering angle, the 100 crore rupees that where have they come in for these studios, who all are involved in this. So that is the part that ED is looking at when you speak about the CRZ norms and the studio being there around the coast for more than 6 months is what the Environment Ministry is looking at. So these are two aspects that we talk about in this particular case when we speak about the aspect of money laundering, because in fact, there was an allegation that were raised against Aslam Shaikh, who was then the minister in the MVA government. He was looking at the fisheries department in MVA, and there was an allegation which was against this Congress leader Aslam Shaikh, wherein it was said that there was some money laundering which was made to set up the studio. So that is the angle that ED is looking at. After that particular notice that was sent to Aslam Shaikh, there has been no further notice or any other development that is coming on the foot of Enforcement Directorate as of now. Though there is a possibility that Enforcement Directorate might be investigating it. If they find certain links to this, they can further take up this case. But with Enforcement Directorate looking into this case, they had also spoken to the Environment Ministry. Only when they spoke to them is when this action started. And today, with the help of BMC, this studio Environment Ministry had taken cognizance of it, and the BMC included with them are now raising the studio. Yes.
Stay with us, Yesha. We're also joined by Mr. Madh of the TMC. Sir, these studios in Madh Island deemed illegal, order been passed to demolish. Order was passed in August last year. They're being demolished currently. How do you view this demolition action, and why do you think it's taking place now?
Now, see, what I'm seeing on the screen of your television is that symbolically the ex-MP of Bharatiya Janata Party is carrying some hammer and something like that, as though he has, donned himself into a worker, municipal worker. This is not fair. See, all right, you can politically, you want to draw advantage. It does not mean that an individual would resort to this kind of gimmicks. You see, this is the administration. It is only because Aslam Shaikh may be belonging to Congress and you are belonging to BJP, therefore you want to just show that BJP has conquered over Congress. Well, that is not fair. This is an individual act. Somebody, if he has had some unauthorized structure and if there was a procedure established by law followed and it is required to be demolished, then it is to be demolished in ordinary course by the authorities. Why should the political leader take a hammer and go himself and do it? I think action can be taken against him for this kind of gimmicks.
Sir, but consistently, Kirit Somaiya of the BJP has been speaking up about this issue even before when that order was passed.
See, if the court orders are passed, if the procedure is followed, and it has been finalized that a particular structure is unauthorized and must go, it has to go in an ordinary course as it has been happening in a number of other structures which are demolished. Why this kind of tamasha that the ex-MP who carry hammer and goes there as though he has won over the Congress ex-minister. I think these are very cheap gimmicks. And we must discourage such behavior.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for joining us with your views. In fact, I believe